Okay guys, welcome back to the channel ZIMM'S Guitars here on YouTube. We are a guitar, pretty much restring channel. We work on guitars. Today we are going to restring this made in Japan pink paisley guitar. And it's got some upgraded pickups, some Seymour Duncans, and our customer wants us to put the stock pickups back into it, so we gotta kind of have our hands full today. So let's get started. Here we go. Okay, first things first, let's get these strings off of here. Let's take a look though real quick. And it looks like a 10 through a 52. So it has one of those heavy top, skinny bottom type of sets on there. 10 through 52s. This thing is a beautiful guitar made in Japan. And it's got my favorite tuners on here. I love these tuners because once you loosen the string, it just slips right out of there. So easy. Absolutely love these. Go ahead and cut all these strings out of here. Some of these, I would love to play a guitar like this. I think they're super cool. I could care less that it's pink. I think that's a cool thing. Alright, so here we go. So we've got a clear pickguard over here that looks really nice. Yeah, if you haven't noticed, I'm pretty much a fanboy of this guitar. But after we get it all done here, maybe I'll plug it in and play it. And you never know, sometimes you change your mind. I had one of these that I had them made in Mexico, the blue one. Years ago, I probably did a video, I'm going to say 6-7 years ago on that one. I had to get one. I finally got one. And then I was like, I'm going to sell it. So the blue one that I had, I didn't stick with it. And that's the beauty of a used guitar shop. You can set and you can come in here and you can play guitars for a little while and actually see if you bond with a guitar before you just buy it online without playing it. Because online, these things are awesome. And you might just buy one and then it shows up and you strum on it for a few minutes and you're like, darn it, why did I buy this thing? So that's the beauty of a used guitar shop. You can come in and you can actually strum the guitar and see if you like it. Sometimes that's tough to do, buying stuff online. And then every guitar, you know, I know they all cut them with the same CNC machines and they do all that and all the specs are the same. But some guitars just feel better, feel a little bit different. Okay, so we're going to lift this up. Okay, I'm also going to, let's get our control plate off of here. Take a look at this. Okay, so it's got a really nice looking in here. So we've got this pickup is here. Okay, what I'm going to do is get my phone out and take a bunch of photos of this so I can see exactly what we're working on here. So let me do that real quick. Okay, so here's our ground wire that just lays underneath the bridge. And then this clear pickguard is super cool. Look at that thing, right? Old vintage style where the truss rod adjustment is down here in the heel. That looks good. I'm going to set this off to the side. And then there's 2 screws holding this front pickup in place here. And so I'm going to take these 2 screws out of here so we can remove this one. Okay, I'm going to lift this out of here. There we go. Some kind of really nice.
I think it's a McNeely Ducky or something.
Wow. Alright, so let's test on this now. Very nice. So the old pickups are back in there. And you know, this customer is really smart to save his old parts. Sometimes guys will change a pickup out and they'll just kind of throw away their old parts. And I recommend saving your old parts because you never know when you decide if you want to sell your guitar or whatever, you're going to want to use your old parts and put them back in. So this guy did a smart move by keeping his old pickups. Yeah, so I missed the NAMM show this year, spring of 2025. It looked like it was a very successful event. Some of the things that interest me the most was maybe the new Digitech whammy pedal in bright yellow and the MXR Rockman 100X, I believe it's called. So to get that old Boston sound, that old Def Leppard sound, that seems like a real cool one. Honestly, I already have 2 of the old Rockman effects pedals from back in the day. I got 2 of them. But I'm interested in, I watched a lot of NAMM footage of guys walking around. I noticed that the Bald Shredder walked around and he was there and we've become friends. And then my old buddy Johnny Bean walked around the NAMM show for 3 or 4 days. So I watched a bunch of that kind of stuff. My brain was like, man, I wish I was at the NAMM show. But my legs were like, thank God, dude, for not going to the NAMM show. Because you probably walk 20 or 30 miles a day when you're walking around up there. It's a lot of walking on these old feet of mine. My feet appreciate the fact that I did not go. All right, so it's time for some strings. So let's put some strings on this thing. Today's string choice: Super Slinky Ernie Ball 9 through 42. Go ahead and roll the jingle. Today's string choice. Ernie Ball strings out of Coachella, California. The world's #1 electric guitar string for over 60 years. I sell a lot of Ernie Ball strings. And other string companies, they contact me. And I usually, I like to keep some inventory of other brands. But the thing is, nobody buys the other brands. So unfortunately, you gotta tell a lot of these string manufacturers when they call, their salespeople call, and you have to be like, well, I already got a few packs of those, so I'm good today, but thank you for calling. Because the average guy that comes in, he just wants Ernie Ball strings. I think the Dario would probably be our second biggest selling. It's all the Dario stuff. Again, I've been using my Ernie Ball Power Peg Pro string winder for years. And our videos, most of our videos have that little icon that you can hit that says shop. And there's a lot of times where one of these Ernie Ball string winders are for sale in that. There's a lot of different things you can do, especially hit the thumbs up button on there. I think the big news out of the NAMM show for Fender is the brand new made in Indonesia Fender. They say Fender up here on the headstock. They're kind of exactly like a made in Mexico Fender, but they are made in Indonesia. I'm guessing that's out of that Cortec factory. Phil McKnight has a really good video about them. A lot of fun things came out of the NAMM show this year. I did not attend. Yeah, I did not attend the NAMM show, but you always see a lot of those YouTubers that are putting a lot of footage up. So, thankfully for YouTube, you can see a lot of what's going on at the NAMM show without attending. Our B string is an 11 gauge, and this is going to get tuned up to just standard tuning. And the pink paisley tally. I'll be honest with you guys, I'm secure enough in my masculinity that I would play this thing on stage and have no problems with it. Like I said, I used to have one of the blue ones years ago. Feels like nice low action on the guitar. And now here finally is our high E string, which is a 9 gauge, which Telly's just seems like they were made to have 9 gauge strings on them. And I'm going to trim just a little bit of this string off of here.
How are you?
Shove it down into the top of the tuner. And then tighten it up. Okay, we're going to tighten this baby, tune this baby up. Looking good. Okay, so let's stretch the strings out a little bit. So the left hand goes over on this side to protect the nut. We just kind of stretch on them a little bit like this, and that just makes sure that they're seated in the bridge nicely. And they really honestly do stretch out a little bit. So, but I'm not going to adjust the action on this guitar because this is a customer's guitar, and it wasn't really in for a setup. It was in to have those pickups swapped out. So let's just tune this bad boy back up. Because for me, I think I would maybe raise the action just a tiny bit. Okay, let's see now. Let's go ahead. Let's plug it in. And I'm just going to throw it up here on my knee a little bit. That's the bridge position. And let's go to the center pickup, or center position. Tone's working nice. And then there's the neck position. Okay, he's got his tally back. I'm going to put this back in its case, and I'm going to call the customer and say, bro, come pick up your tally. It's pink. It's paisley. Super cool. Thank you guys for watching. Everybody have a great day, and remember to hit the like and share and subscribe and do all that YouTube stuff for us. Go buy a guitar.